So I just sold the IBEX 800T, and I want to discuss why I sold the bike, what I've replaced it with, but let's back up and talk about why I purchased it in the first place. So spring of 2023, I purchased a brand new CFMOTO IBEX 800T. I was coming off of a Victory Vegas Cruiser. That was my first real full-size motorcycle. I was moving into my second year of riding, and I wanted to try something different. Now, the Victory is an awesome bike, but I quickly realized I wasn't really a cruiser guy, and parts and availability for that bike was starting to become a little scarce. So I did some research, wasn't really a cruiser guy, didn't really want to be in the Harley scene, yet I'm in my 40s, didn't really want to ride a crotch rocket or sport bike either. So I quickly kind of learned about the adventure bike market. So the more I looked into this adventure bike market, the more I was hooked. The thought of actual adventure and riding gravel, riding dirt into locations that I wouldn't normally or wouldn't have otherwise gone seemed really intriguing to me, so I started to shop for an adventure bike. So when I started shopping for adventure bikes, I kind of narrowed it down to that middleweight kind of class, the 800cc kind of range. The top of my list was a Triumph Tiger 800. Now I went to the dealership, checked them out, and a fully spec Triumph Tiger 800 Rally, I think it was, would have been close to $18,000 out the door. I wasn't prepared to spend that kind of money, and at the same time, I was looking at the used market, and I wasn't quite sure what to look for. Now, it was right around the same time I saw Chase on Two Wheels video where he pulled out with his first adventure bike, and it was the CFMOTO IBEX 800T. Now, what was so intriguing about the IBEX 800T was out the door, you're a little over $10,000, and you had every feature that any other adventure bike would have. Cruise control, quick shifter center stand, the heated grips, the heated seat. All right, so I wanted to see one of these in person. So I found a dealer that had one of these on the showroom floor, and I had to go see it. The bike just won me over. It was beautiful, the fit and finish was awesome. I just really liked how it looked, and I had to have it. So I went to my local dealer and had them find me one of these IBEX 800Ts. It was so new at the time that this particular dealer didn't have any, and they had to kind of go shop for one. So a couple weeks later, they actually had one for me, and I made the deal and brought it home. Back to the beginning of the story when I said this is my second full-size motorcycle. I was very new into riding. In fact, I still consider myself very new to riding. I've just finished my third year of riding motorcycles. So this was my first brand new motorcycle, my second year of riding. I was so new into riding that I actually took the driver's exam on the IBEX 800T. So yeah, I borrowed a piece of my kid's chalk and I made a little course and I practiced and I took the exam on the IBEX, and success. All right, so throughout that first year, mainly highway riding, just trying to get used to the bike, and yeah, I did pretty good, and I really enjoyed the trips I went. Nothing too crazy, didn't go too far, just really wanted to learn the bike, did a lot of commuting to work with it, and overall I was really pleased with the bike. All right, so my second season with the IBEX, I wanted to get more into the dirt rides and push myself into that side of the adventure riding. Kind of broke my comfort zone a little bit, went on some gravel rides, found some people to ride with, and I had an absolute blast. Here's the part where it started to fall apart for me with the IBEX. The IBEX is a very heavy bike. Without any luggage, the bike is probably in the 530, 540 range with full fuel. On top of that, the bike carries its weight all up on top. You're sitting in the bike, and that weight is almost in front of you at chest level. Combine that with the tall nature of an adventure bike, it became kind of a chore to ride this daily in and out. And once I pushed myself on those dirt rides, I quickly realized that this bike was lacking the confidence, inspiring nature that would help me kind of push myself out of a comfort zone. So I wanted to push my dirt skills to the next level. I had taken this on some pretty decent gravel adventures. One of my videos, I took it through some forest roads in northern Minnesota, so please check that out. And I ended up dropping the bike like at least 3 times on that trip. And I learned a lot. And I learned that this bike is a challenge off-road, and it lacks a lot of key features for me if I wanted to continue and progress off-road. All right, so things that this bike was missing for me was rider modes. It only has sport and rain. On top of that, off-road modes, there's none. In ABS, I could not turn the ABS off. In fact, I had to install an aftermarket switch just to get the ABS to turn off. And the downside to that is when I activate that switch, both the front and the rear are turned off. And some of the newer models, like my new bike that has more off-road oriented modes, you can actually keep some of that front ABS on and fully disengage the rear. The CFMOTO IBEX 800T is an amazing road adventure touring bike. It can do light, easy gravel really well, but I wanted to push myself to do a little bit more off-road, and the bike I chose for that, being the KTM 790 Adventure, is way more suited for that. It carries its weight down low, and it's lighter overall. It's got ABS modes. I can turn the rear ABS off for those gravel adventures. It's got other modes that I can toggle through for different riding conditions off-road. So really the KTM gives me more of that confidence-inspiring ride, which helps me progress my skills to the next level. It got to the point with the IBEX where I couldn't push myself to that next level of riding, especially off-road. I just didn't know where the bike was. I didn't know, we just didn't have this connection to, for me to figure out how to progress to that next level. The IBEX is a phenomenal bike. It's a phenomenal road bike. It's a phenomenal adventure touring bike. It's comfortable. The fit and finish is better than my KTM. It's got plenty of power. It really is an amazing bike. But for the direction I'm going with my riding and the more off-road adventures that I want to do, I found a different bike that works better for me. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you got any questions about the IBEX 800T or the new KTM 790, please leave it in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and what do you guys think of my new bike? What do you guys think of me selling the IBEX 800T? Where do you think I should go from here? All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.